Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for the Rams in late August 2026? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries gang in late August. What's the vibe? What's the energy as we cross the threshold from Leo into Virgo season? Please, we're going to have some fun today. Cool. So this one is big when it comes to perception. I love it for confidence and how one views themselves. So there's a lot of good with this card, but at the same time, there's some things that we might want to watch out for when this card shows up. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. Put enough of the promo back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady. She is in a huge dress, big wig, and she is looking at herself in a mirror. Not only is she inspecting herself, there's tons of mirrors all throughout the room. So perception, aesthetics, looks, confidence, that's always a big vibe to me whenever I see this card. And it reminds me of the Queen of Wands, which is an Aries power card. And again, that's not gender specific, but when I see the Queen of Wands, I think of confidence, the magnetism. Usually it's really nice. So for some Aries, this could just be how you present yourself to the world. Maybe you're changing something about your look. Maybe you're feeling a burst of energy and you're feeling super confident. Everyone knows Aries usually has a pretty strong confidence to them. But at the same time, this energy can go in the reverse. So make sure you're not being too hard on yourself, beating yourself up, stuff like that with this card. But the big thing to watch out for with this, I guess you could think it when this person's taking up a lot of space and they're in a room full of mirrors, just watch out for any individuals that might have a heightened ego. I always say there's a thin line between confidence and cockiness. So not saying you're straddling that line. It could be someone you're connected to where it's like, are they just cocky or are they confident? I don't know. Just watch out for anyone with an inflated ego when this card is here, because this one is on full display. So if you're treating yourself good and you're feeling good, beautiful. We're just going to let her chill right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Aries gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was titled The Sudden Twist, and the reason it was titled that, we did have the Wheel of Fortune, which is usually very good. I always say it's my 4-leaf clover, so I hope for a lot of Aries you did have a sudden twist or an energetic 180 where maybe you got a lucky bounce. That was very possible, but I did get that vibe, especially with the wheel, that there could be a lot of things doing an about face, a quick turn, a quick change, or maybe there was a twist in a situation. So just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks, but we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? It's just an energetic weather report here, my good friends. Let's get 3 cards out. What do we got for Aries in late August? Okay. All right, 3 Pentacles. Good, diligent. It's usually a pretty hard-working, busy type of energy. I do like the 3 of Pentacles quite a bit, but we could also be seeing somebody else's energy whenever we get a 3. Let's get a couple more. 5 of Wands. Okay. Feels crowded for some reason. I don't know what this is, Aries. Guess it depends on if you're a loner or not, right? Like, because this energy feels a little crowded to me. It feels a little people-y. Let's get one more. Okay. Cool. 10 cups, nice. So there is a lot of people. That's the first and foremost thing that I'm picking up this week. But we got some really good stuff. We just need to see what's going on in the center. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that sets a nice foundation for us and tells us how the energy is going to flow. We have a pretty good mix this week, right? Got a little bit of earth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of water. Cool. Now, these could be totally different things. They could be different areas of life or all one thing. But the fact that it's split evenly is always a good sign to me because it represents balance. Now, when it comes to Earth, I think of that as results. I look at Earth, I think of dependability, I think of predictability. This could be an energy of routine, day to day life, whether you're making changes to your schedule or there's just something about it that's like kind of ritualistic in nature, which again isn't bad. Pentacles could represent money, work, career, business, finance. So for a lot of areas, you might have a lot of focus in there, might be working hard on something, even if it's not monetary. I usually like this quite a bit. And yeah, home and family could be in play as well. The only downside to Earth energy is that it's very slow and steady, right? Like, yeah, it's good for foundations and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes it could be a little frustrating. Sometimes it could be like, hey, I'm putting in a lot of effort into this. Where are my results? So we need to keep an eye on that. In the center, we have fire, very comfortable for an Aries, right? This energy is about action. Fire is always action, making moves. So whether it's the actions you make, the actions other people make, I always say it's high vibrational. It's like, hey, let's get this show on the road. It's an energy that's amped up. So I normally like it. It could also deal with health, wellness, or just your overall energy levels. The only downside to fire is that it can be a little unpredictable. It's an energy that can be hard to contain. It's very intense and it can be explosive. But again, if there's any sign that could roll with this fiery energy, it would be us, right? Moving to the back end, we have the water. So you see what I mean? All these energies kind of play off of each other and balance them out. Now, when it comes to water, that's the emotional realm, your inner self. So whether it's things, people, situations we're emotionally invested in, that could absolutely be the case. I would say it's soft and subtle and very intuitive, so your intuition could be heightened as well. But it's artistic and creative, huge when it comes to partnerships and relationships. The only downside to water is that it could be a little wishy-washy, right? It could be a little in, a little bit out, a little up, a little down, and sometimes it could even be overwhelming. So you see what I mean? We have a lot of different things here. Let's go through and build this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with the Three of Pentacles and we begin the parade of all the people that we're seeing in this week's reading. I like the Three of Pentacles. We see these three people, they're kind of chilling, they're building this cathedral, they're working together as a team. So this is one of the big cards of career, business. It's very entrepreneurial, it's creative. So again, this could be a great time for ideas. But as with all threes, this card can be about group dynamics. It doesn't always have to be work. So whether it's family members, whether it's friends, you're going to see this theme repeating quite a bit this week already. A little peoply. Now, the downside to the Three of Pentacles is that sometimes it could be an energy that works a little too hard, that might burn itself out, or it could be too many chefs in the kitchen, too many people trying to run the show. So we need to watch out for that. So hopefully you're not having complications with people that you need to work closely with. Now, moving to the center, we have the Five of Wands, and this one's a bit of a dice roll, right? The Five of Wands can be great. You see these five people. I always say you don't need to be an expert in tarot to understand this. They're going to battle, right? They're beating the crap out of each other with six. Lots of people. Once again, this is one of my peoply cards too. So again, we could be seeing just the energy of those around you. That could be huge this week. But the good thing about the Five of Wands, determination. When I say something, I do it. It's amped up, it's fiery. Let's go, let's take some action, let's make some moves. So if you're feeling a rejuvenation, if you feel your energy levels going up, this is a really great thing because it's like I can conquer the world. That's a good thing. The downside to the Five of Wands is pretty self explanatory, right? It could represent drama, it could represent conflicts, it could represent anger, frustration, all that stuff. So we want to keep a very close eye on this Five of Wands, especially since it's right next to the Three of Pentacles. Watch out for getting pulled into other people's stuff. That's another thing. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Ten of Cups. We have a very good prototypical happy ending here, which is nice. We see the happy family. It's a beautiful day, rainbow in the sky, 10 full cups. This is a wish fulfillment card. Wins, victories, triumphs, and it's usually a pretty hefty one, a big one when this card is here. I love it. Could represent home, living situation, household, family, all that stuff. So again, lots of people showing up in your energy this week. So again, if you're a loner, there could be a lot of energy coming out of the woodwork. But I like the Ten of Cups. It's one of the best cards. The only real downside, if you're not having issues in like the home or family situation, the Ten of Cups can be just very deep, big emotions, right? Because we have 10 full cups there. So just watch out for being in those feelers, or someone could be in their feelings when this card is here. But I think overall, it's good. It's just a lot of outside energy. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Aries gang? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Pentacles first. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Pentacles, please. Three of Pentacles. Thank you. Cool. Four of Cups. Okay. I mean, this is an energy that really has a lot on its mind. So I think for a lot of Aries in this time, you might be a little more head in the clouds than you normally are, or this could be someone that you're connected to. It's like, you ever see in cartoons where someone is thinking so hard that like smoke is coming out of their head? That's kind of how this feels to me, where it's like, oh, my brain is working overdrive. Now, I don't want to call it nervousness or anxiety just yet. But it's like there's something that's on my mind and I can't get it off my mind, whether that be like a song that's like a bit of an earworm, a situation, a person. When I see the Three of Pentacles with the Four of Cups, there's this thing and I cannot get it off my mind for some reason. So you might be having a lot of different ideas, or this could be someone you're connected to where you feel that energetic tug, where they might be thinking about you and you're getting those energetic tugs. That's very specific. Now, the good thing with the Four of Cups, it also has the Ace of Cups hidden within. So I do think we have some really, really positive energy to come, especially if the universe is going to present something big to you. I could see a winter victory being lined up. So just keep your eyes peeled, right? Like don't be too distracted by this. Don't be too distracted by that to see when the universe hands you something on a silver platter. So it's like we have a dual message here. Someone is just thinking up a storm, like definitely in the mind. We're just going to keep moving. I don't think we need to over explain it. We'll know quickly if we're picking up like an anxious, nervous type of energy, though. Let's go in on the Five of Wands, because this is really going to be telling, especially with all the energy of other people and stuff like that. Funny enough, Three of Pentacles is very group dynamic. The Four of Cups is like, I'll be over here. So again, for some of you, even though I'm getting all these people, you might be in hermit mode, or you might have that urge to say, you know what, I just need to be in my bubble for a minute. Let's go in on the Five of Wands. Nothing wrong with that. If you want a little bit of time to yourself, you need some decompression, huge when it shows up here. So if you need it, take it. Let's go in on the Five of Wands, though. So why is that Five of Wands here? Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune is here once again, my friends. Like, this absolutely feels like some sort of breakthrough. It's huge, right? Like the Wheel of Fortune, just like last week, so 2 weeks running, is just beautiful. It's like we have this build-up of energy here in the center that just like pushes through. So hopefully this is the good kind of breakthrough. And I'm feeling for a lot of Aries it will be, especially with all this good energy. Or even if you're dealing with an Aries, this could be really fantastic, because it's like, okay, we have sudden forward momentum. We have sudden big improvement here. So I really, really do like it. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, aside from being our four-leaf clover, lucky charm type of energy, is very fast. It's very sudden. Although I don't say it's fire energy, it does have that fiery quality where, yes, it can be explosive. Yes, it could be rather quick. So whether this is just like a massive breakthrough of some kind, or it's that type of energy where it's like explosive in nature, where something built up, built up, built up, built up, boom, now I'm seeing lots of results quickly. So I love the expansion. I love the upward momentum here. Now, just to play devil's advocate, when we do see the Five of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm still going to give this a little bit of a warning. Watch out for getting pulled into other people's stuff, right? That's not for every Aries, but watch out for, other people making their problems your problem. So we're just going to keep moving. We're going to see what's up with the Ten of Cups. I love this explosive breakthrough energy, but like the intensification of the energy in the center, that's what's really standing out to me. Let's go in on the Ten of Cups. We'll see what that has, then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So, I mean, nothing an Aries likes more than like rapid, quick results, right? And that's kind of how this is feeling, where it's like, okay, now we're getting some action here. Now we're seeing some improvement. Really like it. So let's see what's up with that 10 before we do our recap. So how's that 10 of Cups here? Okay, it's very similar, very similar. It's like once we start getting this ball rolling, it's all gas, no brakes, my friend. So we have the Knight of Swords, one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire deck. Now, again, lots of people here. For a lot of Aries, this could be a great time for interpersonal relationships. Even though I said watch out for getting pulled into people's stuff, when I get this on the front end, this on the back end, now could be a great time with reconnecting with people, connecting with new people, whatever it might be. It just feels very social. So if you're one of those areas where you want to improve on your social life, there will be energetic opportunity to do so, because to me it feels like there's a lot of energy coming your way and coming in, and this feels very rapid. So the Knight of Swords, I always say knights to me, they represent action, also communication. They're messengers. This is the fastest one. Big air sign energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And when he shows up, he's coming in hot and heavy, right? So again, once this energy breaks through, it's just full go, all gas, no brakes. So I think you could be experiencing some breakthroughs in multiple areas of life, specifically personal relationships for a good chunk of you. But it feels like it could be across the board depending on what your story is. The only downside that I really want to watch for is, again, there's a lot of people showing up this week, but also the energetic intensity. Sometimes Aries, we can roll with this energetic intensity, that's for sure. Others might not be as accustomed, right? A big energetic difference between, like, let's say an Aries and a Taurus, right? Like there's this energy where you might like it, the energy is moving at your pace. Just watch out for other people not being on the same speed as you, if that makes sense. So I like it overall, Aries, especially with the breakthrough. We got this beautiful win on the end. Could even be exciting news. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. Love the energetic potential this week. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Four of Cups in the upright. To me, it felt like someone thinking up a storm. So again, whether you got a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate, great ideas coming in, just keep your eyes peeled for that golden opportunity from the universe, because it feels like it's going to be presented before you. There could also be this subtle thing of you kind of accidentally tapping into the energy of others. Like, let's say someone's thinking about you. Like, I don't know, there's like this little energetic exchange. Moving to the center, we have the Five of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Can't get much better than that. To me, it does feel like an energy that's been building for a while. Explosive breakthrough type of vibes. Absolutely love it. Just again, watch out for getting pulled into other people's stuff here. On the back end, we have the Ten of Cups with the Knight of Swords in the upright. So it's like once we get this ball rolling, there's no stopping it. So there could be a lot of things that come in hot and heavy. This could be a great time for any personal relationship, friendship, connection, you name it. There's just so much potential here. And it could just be blanket statement good energy, and we'll take it, right? I feel like it's very claimable. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. It could be a good thing. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this shadow card out. What do we got for Aries, gang? Thank you. Nice and quick. Cool. The Fool. All right, so it's an Aries power card showing up here. Now, in this specific deck, they call the Fool card the Seeker. I see it as an Aries card. Some people also give it to Aquarius. And what does this card represent? Normally, new beginnings, new journeys, new adventures. It's very lighthearted and fun. So you see what I'm saying about the potential connecting with people or social aspect where things might smooth out good for you here. But we are looking at the shadow. And what's the shadow side of the Fool card? Sometimes it could be very impulsive. Right now, again, as an Aries myself, I know we get the reputation for being a little impulsive sometimes. I think that gets overblown. I don't think we're all as impulsive as people make it seem. But when I see this in the shadows, just watch the urges, watch the impulses, where there could be certain things around impulse control here. But for some of you, this could be absolutely fantastic. So we're just going to let him chill right there, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The August calendar is up and spots go quick, so you might want to check that out. But for the August subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 winners at random to either choose the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning deck, or one of the custom made crystal pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's two simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards that showed up in your reading today, which one intrigued you the most? Which one caught your attention and why? And you put that in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab / post tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.